Tonight, you will listen to a simple English story. You do not need to memorize anything. You do not need to repeat anything. You do not need to try. Just listen. Let the words come and go. Like soft waves on water. Your mind knows how to learn. Your mind knows how to rest. As your body relaxes, learning happens quietly. This story is slow. This story is gentle. This story is safe. You can close your eyes now. You can soften your face. You can let your shoulders fall. There is nothing else to do. Now, let us begin. Long ago, there was a small village near a river. The river moved slowly. It moved every day. It moved every night. The sound of the water was soft. The sound helped people rest. The village was quiet. The houses were small. The roads were simple. Life was simple here. People woke with the light. They worked slowly. They rested often. No one rushed. No one shouted. Time felt wide and open. In this village lived a young man named Eli. Eli was kind. Eli was gentle. But his mind was busy. He thought about tomorrow. He thought about next week. He thought about next year. These thoughts made him tired. Every evening, Eli walked to the river. He sat on a smooth stone. He watched the water move. The river never stopped. Eli wished his mind could be like the river. Slow. Calm. Free. One evening, as the sky became soft and warm, someone came. An old woman sat beside him. She said nothing. She looked at the river. They sat together in silence. The silence felt safe. After a while, she spoke. She said, "The river does not hurry. It only moves. And that is enough." Eli felt his breath slow down. The evening ended gently. The village followed the light. When the sun rose, doors opened. When the sun moved, people moved. When the sun rested, people rested. Nothing was forced. Nothing was rushed. The morning was quiet. Footsteps were soft. Voices were low. Water was carried slowly. Food was prepared slowly. Work happened without hurry. When people felt tired, they stopped. Stopping was normal. Stopping was allowed. Children played near the river. They ran. They laughed. They stopped. Then they played again. The river listened to them. The trees listened too. Old people sat in the shade. They watched the water move. They watched the sky change. They watched time pass. They did not hold it. They let it go. The afternoon became warm. Movement became slow. Shadows became long. The village rested again. Eli walked through the village. He felt the calm in the air. He felt it in his steps. He felt it in his breath. His breath became slow. His body became soft. The village was teaching him. Without words. Without effort. Evening arrived gently. The light became soft again. The river kept moving. As it always did. Days passed in the same gentle way. Morning came. Light filled the village. People woke slowly. They washed their faces. They breathed the cool air. They began the day. The river was always there. It moved without effort. It moved without sound. Eli began to follow this rhythm. He woke when the light came. He rested when the light faded. This made his days feel easy. Work did not feel heavy. Time did not feel short. When thoughts came, he noticed them. When worries came, he noticed them. He did not chase them. He did not push them away. He let them pass. Like water. Like wind. Like clouds. At midday, the village became quiet. People sat in the shade. They drank water. They closed their eyes. Rest came naturally. Rest stayed for a while. Then rest left. In the evening, movement returned. Soft voices filled the air. Light became warm. Shadows became long. Eli felt the day end. He felt it in his body. He felt it in his breath. The rhythm felt safe. The rhythm felt kind. And he followed it. Each evening, Eli walked to the river. He walked slowly. He listened to his steps. The ground felt cool. The air felt soft. The river was waiting. It was always there. It moved without effort. Eli sat on the same stone. The stone was smooth. The water moved past him. It did not stop. It did not slow for him. This used to bother Eli. Now, it helped him. He watched the water pass. He watched it again. And again. Thoughts came. Thoughts left. He did not follow them. He did not stop them. He let them move. Like the water. Like the river. His breathing changed. It became slow. It became steady. His body softened. His face softened. His shoulders softened. The river taught him without words. Move when it is time. Rest when it is time. Do not hurry. Do not hold. The lesson felt simple. The lesson felt true. When the sky became dark, Eli stood. He walked home slowly. The village was quiet. The river kept moving. And Eli felt calm. The next morning felt different. The change was small. But it was there. The river sounded softer. The water moved more slowly. Eli noticed this as soon as he woke. He stood near the door. He listened. The sound of the river was still calm. But it was not the same. Eli did not worry. He remembered the river always changes. He stepped outside. The air was cool. The sky was pale. The village was quiet. People were waking slowly. Doors opened one by one. Footsteps touched the ground. Voices stayed low. The day began. Eli walked toward the river. The stones were easier to see. The water was lower than before. It was not empty. It was not gone. It was simply different. The people noticed. No one spoke loudly. No one ran. No one panicked. They stood. They looked. They listened. Listening was their way. Eli felt a small tightness in his chest. He noticed it. He did not push it away. He breathed once. He breathed again. The tightness softened. The old woman came. She stood near the water. She looked at the river. Then she looked at Eli. She said, "The river is teaching again." Eli listened. She said, "When things change, we change slowly." She said, "When things become less, we become careful." She said, "Calm is not silence. Calm is balance." Eli felt the words settle. They did not rush. They did not push. They simply stayed. That day, work felt different. People shared more. People wasted less. People listened longer. When someone needed help, others noticed. Help came without noise. The village moved together. Like one slow breath. In the afternoon, the sky changed. Clouds moved slowly. The light became soft. Eli walked again. He felt the ground. He felt the air. He felt his breath. The change did not scare him. It reminded him to slow down. In the evening, the river was still low. But it was still moving. Movement was enough. Eli sat by the water. He watched the light fade. He listened to the softer sound. The day ended. Not fast. Not loud. Just gently. And the river continued. As it always did. The next days followed one another slowly. The river stayed low. The water stayed calm. The sound stayed soft. The village listened every morning. People stepped outside. They paused. They listened. The river answered quietly. This was enough. Eli felt the change in his body. Before, change made him tight. Now, change made him slow. Slowness felt safe. In the morning, Eli worked with others. They carried water together. They shared tools. They spoke less. They listened more. Listening made the work easy. When hands moved slowly, nothing broke. When words were few, nothing hurt. This felt new to Eli. He noticed the space between moments. He noticed the space between breaths. He noticed the space between thoughts. The space felt wide. The space felt calm. At midday, the village rested. People sat near their doors. They sat under trees. They closed their eyes. They let the day pause. Eli sat near the river. The sun touched the water. The light moved slowly. The river carried the light away. This made Eli smile. He did not know why. The smile came by itself. In the afternoon, clouds came. The air cooled. The village felt quiet again. A few drops of rain fell. They touched the dust. They disappeared. Then more drops came. The ground listened. The river listened. The village listened. The rain stayed for a while. Then it left. After the rain, the air felt clean. The river sounded fuller. Not much. Just enough. Eli noticed this change. He did not celebrate. He did not speak. He simply noticed. Noticing felt important. In the evening, people gathered food. They shared what they had. No one took too much. No one took too little. Balance appeared. Balance felt calm. Eli carried this feeling home. At night, he lay down. He listened to the river again. The sound was soft. The sound was steady. The sound did not hurry. Eli's breath matched the sound. In. Out. In. Out. The day ended. The night continued. The river moved. And moved. And moved. Nothing needed to be fixed. Nothing needed to be pushed. Everything was already moving. Slowly. Gently. Enough. The days continued to move forward. The river stayed calm. The water stayed low. But it was no longer worrying. The village had learned a new rhythm. This rhythm was slow. This rhythm was careful. This rhythm was kind. Eli felt this rhythm inside his body. When he woke, he felt steady. When he walked, he felt steady. When he worked, he felt steady. Steady became normal. One morning, Eli helped carry wood. The wood was heavy. So he moved slowly. When he moved slowly, the work felt easy. His hands did not shake. His breath did not rush. His mind stayed quiet. Others noticed. They began to slow too. Slow movement spread. Like calm. Like silence. Like rest. At midday, the sun rested high. The village rested with it. Doors stayed closed. Voices stayed low. Movement slowed again. Eli sat near the river. The water reflected the sky. The sky reflected the water. Nothing felt separate. This feeling was new. It was quiet. It was warm. It stayed for a while. In the afternoon, a small problem came. A tool broke. Before, Eli would worry. Before, Eli would hurry. Now, he paused. He looked. He breathed. He fixed the tool slowly. The problem left. Calm stayed. This surprised him. But he did not think about it. Thinking was no longer needed. In the evening, clouds returned. The light became soft again. The air cooled. The river sounded full. Not full of water. Full of life. Eli walked to the river one more time. He sat. He listened. He breathed. The sound carried the day away. The sound carried worry away. The sound carried effort away. Night came slowly. Stars appeared. The village rested. Eli rested. The river kept moving. It moved in the dark. It moved in silence. It moved without asking. And this felt right. Nothing needed to change. Nothing needed to be fixed. The change had already happened. Inside. Quietly. Gently. The next morning came quietly. The village woke slowly. Light touched the ground. The air felt cool. The river sounded steady. Eli opened his eyes. He did not rush. He stayed still for a moment. He breathed once. He breathed again. Then he stood. The day felt wide. It did not push him. It did not pull him. It simply waited. Eli walked outside. The village looked the same. But it felt different. People moved with ease. They carried water. They prepared food. They spoke softly. They listened carefully. Care had become natural. Eli joined them. His hands moved slowly. His breath stayed steady. His mind stayed quiet. When small tasks appeared, he did them. When tasks ended, he stopped. Nothing followed him. Nothing waited behind him. Each moment stood alone. At midday, the sun rested high. The village rested with it. Shadows stayed still. Voices became quiet. Even thoughts became soft. Eli sat near the river again. The water moved past him. It moved past stones. It moved past leaves. It moved past worries. This made him smile. The smile stayed for a while. Then it left. But calm stayed. In the afternoon, the air changed. Wind moved through the village. It touched faces. It touched trees. It touched water. The river answered softly. Eli listened to the answer. He did not name it. He did not hold it. He let it pass. As the evening came, light changed again. The sky became warm. The ground became quiet. People returned home. Doors closed gently. Lamps were lit. Food was shared. Voices stayed soft. Laughter stayed short. Silence stayed long. Eli ate slowly. He tasted the food. He noticed the warmth. He noticed the quiet. When night came, he lay down. The river sounded close. It sounded steady. It sounded patient. Eli breathed with the sound. In. Out. In. Out. The day closed. The lesson stayed. Change did not need noise. Change did not need force. It only needed time. And time was already here. The river moves. The river moves slowly. The river moves every day. The river moves every night. This movement is calm. This movement is steady. You can listen. You can rest. You can let the words pass. The village wakes. The village wakes slowly. The village breathes. The village begins again. Doors open. Feet touch the ground. Morning arrives. And it is quiet. Eli wakes. Eli sits. Eli breathes. Eli stands. He does not hurry. There is no need. The river waits. The river does not rush. The river does not stop. It simply moves. Like breath. Like wind. Like time. You can follow this. You can follow without effort. The body understands. The body knows. When the body knows, the mind rests. When the mind rests, learning stays. Learning happens quietly. Without pushing. Without trying. The village works. The village works slowly. Hands move. Tools move. Water moves. Everything moves together. This is enough. Eli walks. Eli walks to the river. Eli sits near the water. He watches the surface. Light moves. Shadow moves. The day moves. Thoughts move. You do not need to stop them. You do not need to follow them. Let them move. Like leaves on water. Like clouds in the sky. The body becomes heavy. The breath becomes slow. The eyes become soft. The face becomes calm. Nothing is missing. Nothing is wrong. This moment is enough. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. Slowly. Softly. Gently. You can rest now. You can listen now. You can sleep now. The words will continue. Even if you do not listen. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. The day begins again. The light returns. The river is still there. The river is still moving. You can listen to the sound. You can listen without effort. The sound is steady. The sound is soft. The sound does not hurry. The village wakes again. Doors open slowly. Feet touch the ground. Breath moves in. Breath moves out. This happens again. And again. And again. Eli wakes. Eli sits. Eli breathes. Eli stands. There is no rush. There is no need. The river teaches without words. Move when it is time. Rest when it is time. Nothing else is needed. The body understands. The body learns first. The mind follows later. This is natural. This is safe. Hands move slowly. Steps move slowly. Time moves slowly. Slow is enough. Slow is calm. The river moves past stones. The river moves past leaves. The river moves past worries. You can let worries move. You can let thoughts move. You do not need to hold them. You do not need to follow them. Let them pass. Like water passing stones. Like wind passing trees. Like clouds passing the sky. The body becomes heavy. The breath becomes slow. The mind becomes wide. Wide like the river. Wide like the sky. Nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to be fixed. This moment is complete. Eli sits by the water. He listens again. He listens again. And again. The sound stays steady. The sound stays soft. The sound stays calm. You can stay here. You can stay calm. You can stay resting. The words will continue. Even if you sleep. Even if you drift. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. Slowly. Softly. Gently. The river is moving. The river is still moving. It has not stopped. It will not stop. This movement is gentle. This movement is calm. You can listen to it. You can rest with it. You do not need to do anything. The village is quiet. The lights are low. The doors are closed. The day has ended. The night has begun. Night is soft. Night is slow. Night is safe. Eli is resting. His body is resting. His breath is resting. His mind is resting. You can rest too. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to sleep. The river continues. The sound is steady. The sound is low. The sound is smooth. It moves through the night. It moves through the dark. It moves through the silence. Nothing needs to follow it. Nothing needs to lead it. It knows the way. Your breath knows the way too. In. Out. In. Out. Slow. Soft. Easy. The body feels heavy. The bed feels warm. The air feels calm. The moment feels still. Thoughts may come. Thoughts may go. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to stop them. Let them pass. Like leaves on water. Like clouds in the sky. The river passes. The night passes. The breath passes. Everything passes. And that is okay. You are safe here. You are calm here. You are resting here. The words are becoming softer. The sounds are becoming softer. The mind is becoming softer. Sleep is near. Sleep is gentle. Sleep is ready. You do not need to listen anymore. The river will continue. The story will continue. Even if you sleep. Even if you dream. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. Slowly. Softly. Gently. The river is still moving. The sound is softer now. The sound is farther away. You do not need to listen. You can rest. You can sleep. Your body is heavy. Your body is warm. Your body is safe. The bed is holding you. The floor is holding you. The night is holding you. The breath is slow. The breath is easy. In. Out. In. Out. There is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. The mind can rest now. The mind can be quiet. Thoughts may appear. Thoughts may leave. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to stop them. Let them float. Like clouds. Like mist. Like light. The body is sinking. The body is sinking deeper. The body is sinking slowly. The muscles are soft. The face is soft. The jaw is soft. The eyes are soft. The shoulders are soft. The hands are soft. The legs are soft. Everything is soft. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. You do not need to remember. You do not need to understand. You do not need to try. The words are like water. They pass. They pass. They pass. The night is deep. The night is wide. The night is still. You are inside the night. The river is inside the night. The sound is inside the night. Everything is slow. Everything is calm. Everything is quiet. The breath continues. Even if you sleep. Even if you dream. Even if you drift. The river continues. Slowly. Softly. Gently. The night continues. The river continues. The sound is very soft. The sound is very steady. You do not need to listen. You can drift. You can float. You can sink. Your body is heavy. Your body is warm. Your body is still. The bed is holding you. The ground is holding you. The dark is holding you. The breath is slow. The breath is quiet. In. Out. In. Out. The mind is resting. The mind is soft. The mind is open. Thoughts appear. Thoughts fade. You do not need to hold them. You do not need to push them away. Let them move. Like water. Like mist. Like air. The body is sinking. Sinking deeper. Sinking slowly. The muscles are loose. The bones are loose. The skin is loose. Everything is loose. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. The sound is far away. The sound is near. The sound is everywhere. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to find it. It is already there. The night is wide. The night is deep. The night is slow. You are inside the night. You are part of the night. The river is part of the night. The sound is part of the night. Everything belongs here. The breath continues. Even if you sleep. Even if you dream. Even if you forget. The river continues. The story continues. The night continues. Slowly. Softly. Gently. The night is very quiet now. The sound is very soft. The river is far away. The river is close. You do not need to decide. You do not need to think. You can drift. You can rest. You can sleep. Your body is sinking. Sinking deeper. Sinking slowly. The bed is soft. The bed is warm. The bed is steady. The breath is slow. The breath is quiet. In. Out. In. Out. The mind is resting. The mind is loose. The mind is open. Thoughts come. Thoughts go. You do not follow them. You do not stop them. You let them pass. Like leaves. Like mist. Like air. The body is heavy. The body is warm. The body is safe. The night is holding you. The dark is holding you. The silence is holding you. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. You do not need to remember. You do not need to learn. You do not need to try. The words are fading. The sounds are fading. The thoughts are fading. Sleep is deep. Sleep is slow. Sleep is gentle. You are inside sleep. The river is inside sleep. The sound is inside sleep. Everything is inside sleep. The breath continues. Even if you sleep. Even if you dream. Even if you drift away. The river continues. The night continues. The silence continues. Slowly. Softly. Gently. Everything is still now. The night is still. The body is still. The mind is still. You do not need to move. You do not need to listen. You do not need to do anything. You can rest here. You can stay here. You can sleep here. The bed is steady. The bed is warm. The bed is holding you. The ground is holding you. The dark is holding you. The silence is holding you. The breath is slow. The breath is quiet. The breath is easy. In. Out. In. Out. The body is heavy. The body is warm. The body is safe. The muscles are loose. The bones are loose. The skin is loose. Everything is loose. The river moves. The river moves. The river moves. The sound is very far. The sound is very near. The sound is everywhere. You do not need to find it. You do not need to follow it. It is already here. The night is wide. The night is deep. The night is endless. You are inside the night. You are part of the night. You belong here. The words are fading. The sounds are fading. The thoughts are fading. Sleep is deep. Sleep is wide. Sleep is calm. You are sleeping. You are resting. You are safe. The river continues. The night continues. The silence continues. Slowly. Softly. Gently. You do not need to listen anymore. The words can fade now. The story can fade now. Your mind has done enough. Your body has done enough. Everything is complete. Sleep can take over. Slowly. Softly. Gently. The night is holding you. The silence is holding you. The rest is holding you. You are safe. You are calm. You are sleeping. There is nothing more to do. There is nothing more to hear. There is nothing more to follow. Sleep now. Sleep gently. Sleep deeply. Good night.